So hello guys, welcome back to another session of pre-market analysis, and in this session we are going to analyze EURUSD and GBPUSD. Make sure today is Monday, okay? And on Monday and on Fridays, the chances of the market showing the real movement is lesser as compared to Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, okay? So Monday the manipulation happens, okay? And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we can expect a real movement that is more beneficial for us to take trade on that moment. But yes, today is Monday. At least we'll try to predict the movement and see how it goes. There are very less chances that this will be a trade setup, okay? But anyways, let's go on. Let's analyze what is actually happening in the market. Let's erase this thing. As I told you every time that we are in some long term fair value gap, right? As you can see on Friday, last Friday, we actually broke this fair value gap, right? And we opened higher. We actually closed higher on this fair value gap, but actually we came back in down. We opened in back, okay? So we are still in the that fair value gap zone. Now what I anticipate is that we should actually let's see, okay. Now see, the sell stops are being taken for a very long time. The sell stops were being raided, you guys can see that, right? Okay, the sell stops are being raided for a very long time. If I erase this particular thing, we can see that the if you just forget about if this is a daily time frame, okay, and the price is fractal considering this thing, okay, we can see that it has created a shift in the market structure with the fair value gap, okay. So there's a fair value gap and it has created a shift in the market structure. Now the chances are that we can move higher, but the fact is that I have less confirmation because okay, we have already taken out the lows, okay. In euro USD we have taken out lows, okay, but we have not gone in this fair value gap zone, okay. This long term fair value gap we have not went in, so that thing can keep the price down. But anyways, we have to look for the shorter range, and for the shorter time zone we can expect that this particular market is going to rally higher. Why? Because there are buy stops, there are again buy stops, and there are again buy stops, okay. So if you go on 4-hour time frame, you guys can see the buy stops are all resting of this. By the way, you guys can see why I put this, because it's just a body and this is just a simple sweep, not a proper taking out of the orders. This is just a sweep of all the orders, got it? So yes, we can see a rejection there itself also, okay. Now there's the market broke down, change in structure of delivery, and this particular buy stops are not taken, and these buy stops, this last term high is also not taken. Now if we go on a smaller time frame, okay, this red color line is the long buy stops, okay. And we have this high somewhere over there. Here actually we have created some highs as well. Let's mark it up, okay. So if we create this buy stops, buy sell liquidity we can see, okay. So we have buy sell liquidity which is built in here, and we can see if whatever the short term liquidity which has been built at the bottom of this thing, which it has been taken out, right? We can expect somewhere a rally around maybe, like, I'll say 10 pips rally. 10 pip rally should be there, okay. This is a 10 pip rally, and you guys can see exactly the 10 pip rally is there. 10 pip or 20 pip rally should be there below a short term low, right? And this was our short term low, which is now taken, right? It has now been taken. If we anticipate for the price to go down more, it's like not good to anticipate it to go down. Why? Because if I just go on small, like larger time frame, okay, now you guys can see this was a buy sell liquidity, this was a buy sell liquidity, and it was built and it got broken down. Now it is acting as a change in the structure of delivery. Now because it is acting in the acting as a change in the structure of delivery, it can provide a support to the price to go higher, right? And also the price has taken a recent sell side liquidity, okay. So we can say there's a sell side sweep, not liquidity, I am saying sell side sweep, okay. So yes, here's a sell side sweep, got it? By the way, there are buy stops, I'll delete this, yeah. So there is a sell side sweep is there, okay. And how many pips of sleep is there? You guys can see it's around, if we go below this candle, it's 99. It means around 10 pips sweep is there, and that is necessary because that's what people do. They keep the stop loss 10 pips below these low, okay. And we can see order lock, okay. There's a high candle, again a low candle, and then again a high candle, right? So this particular candle can act as a order block to keep the price above this point, okay. Okay, and we can, what we can do, we can just keep it as an all block. Here we are. Just give it a color red and just forget about this thing. Okay, So here we are in an order block. You guys can see this particular down close candle in a 1 hour time frame is acting as an order block. Now it will try to keep the price lower, and it should not pierce the middle of this particular candle. Okay, the middle of this particular candle between high and low. Okay, so I want the price to give some support, give some rejection from this point. Okay, to make it go higher. And also the reason why I want the price to go higher, because it has been taking on sell side liquidities. Here is a sell side sweep, then again, and also there is a sell side liquidity which is formed over here. I don't know if it is going to be taken out or not, but yeah, it is formed. So we'll just mark it up as well. So sell side liquidity, fine, it's marked. Now buy side liquidity is marked. Buy side liquidity marked. Okay. By the way, the description to these charts you will get in the description box. Okay, so you'll get the links for this EURUSD and GBPUSD chart in the description. Okay, now what we could see is, see, the market opened with a gap. It tried to fill that gap. Okay, but it couldn't. It didn't fill that gap that much. Well, let me just. Okay, here we are. I guess the gap is filled. I should not keep this in consideration. See, the market opened here, okay, and there was a gap. The market went back to take out that gap, liquidity void, okay. It tried to fill that liquidity void and then started to go down, okay. Now it has been going downward, okay. We want some kind of market structure shift or maybe change in structure of delivery for it to anticipate to a higher time zone. Now what is this red colored box and what is this white color box? If we go on a 1 hour time frame, we can see two things. First of all, this red color box is starting from here, okay, and let me just adjust it a little bit. Yeah, I guess it's adjusted. Give me a second. Let me adjust it at this point. So a red color box, see, when the market went up higher, it created a fair value gap, okay, and that fair value gap got inverted with another fair value gap. So these are two fair value gaps. This is a fair value gap and this is an inverted fair value gap. Got it? Okay, and this fair value gap has been created here. This fair value gap has been created here. Got it? I hope so you understand what is this red and white candles. Okay, now if the price comes, I somewhat want the price to come into this zone. I'll not wait for this particular high. Why? Because there's a reason I am not waiting for these particular highs to be taken out. See, I want to see if there is any kind of SMT in here. Okay, let's go on smaller time frame. Okay, so the market has been higher. Okay, higher, right? Now let's see what happens. So it's higher now in the GPS. Let's take a look. It's also higher. This session will be a little longer than usual. Okay, usually it's 11 minutes, but now it's going to be longer. But let's see what is actually happening. I'll try to analyze as much as I can. I'm not analyzing the market by myself and then just telling you the results. I am analyzing myself at right now at this moment. Okay, so it's higher and it's higher. It's going higher. Let's see if there is any SMT. So yeah, here we have this high is now taken. There's fair value gap. Okay. Now, oh, this is GPUSD. It's okay. I don't find any SMT in here, but let's see this high and this high. Will I find any SMT? Okay, no SMT in here. Fine. And any SMT in here? No SMT in here. Okay, I can't find any SMT. At least I want the price back to this particular zone. Okay, so I want some market shift for the price to go back to this zone. So we can do two things. First, I want the price to actually go back to this zone, and it can reject, right? Another thing that could happen is, I want the buy side liquidity to be taken. So for an example, if the market wants to rally higher, okay, as I want the buy side liquidity to be taken, so it can be happen like this. It can take out this buy side liquidity, but this liquidity is swept by this liquidity, and then the market start to go down. Okay. But yes, we have higher terms buy side liquidity which are resting over it. We have to take them down, okay, because this liquidity can also be taken. Okay, so we want a rally somewhat like this, but our target will be at this point. Okay, so we'll want some change in this change in structure delivery, market shift somewhere over here at this point, and then the market should rally. That's it. Okay, that's what we want in the EURUSD. Okay, you'll get this chart in the description box. The link for this chart will be in the description. Let's see our movement will be there or not. One thing we need to check is, let me turn this down. Changing structure of delivery, CIST. Here we are. Okay, now let's go on Forex Factory. So last week what we did, we predicted 5 days, and out of 5 days we were correct on 4 days. Okay, and I took trades on one of the days, and it was my biggest profit. And on the last day it was not, it was not correct. The market rallied in a different aspect than we anticipated. Okay, so it's Forex Factory. We have 1:40 p.m. Okay, this is Indian Standard Time. Make sure this is Indian Standard Time. You can convert this into your time zone. Got it? So 1:40 p.m., 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Okay, Euro USD we have a news 140, because none of the news are actually read, so we don't need to care about the news. Okay, so that is it. Is there any more? Okay, this is for the next day. Let it be. Next day 30 p.m. we have news. AUD USD we have a news, and then yeah. Today there is no news, so we cannot expect any great movements. Okay, so I don't think this buy stop will be ready with a very much momentum, but at least I want the price to come into this zone. Okay, I want the price at least to come into this zone. Okay, this zone. Okay. So this was an analysis for what do you call it, GBPUSD, oh sorry, EURUSD, and then we'll see analysis for any other session. Okay, also there is a liquidity void. I can take out my you can see there's a buy sell liquidity which is resting above this point as well. Okay, so buy sell liquidity is also resting above this point. You can analyze this as thing. So here is the thing. Okay, so buy sell liquidity is there, buy side. Okay, so as soon as we are going down, we are creating buy sell liquidity, buy sell liquidity, buy sell liquidity, and buy sell liquidities. Okay, I want all of these buy sell liquidity to be taken out. Okay, and I'll try to find any kind of SMT downwards over here, so that the market should give a go more confirmation for it to move higher. Okay, it's going down, so this price is going down. Let's see in GBSD. Okay, GBSD, it's also going down. It's nearly like downwards. Fine. Anything else? That's it. Okay, now let's try to analyze GPUSD. Okay, this is what I want. This is the buy sell liquidity. At least even if this buy sell liquidity gets taken, it's fine for me. Okay, got it. Now let's go on. Okay, so here we have GPUSD. Let's go on a daily time frame. Hide all the drawings. So I hope you guys can see on GPUSD these lows are not taken. Okay, the market just rallied upwards, took some orders, and then rallied higher. Okay, and it is trying to invert the fair value gaps that have been created at this point. Okay, so let me just get back all my drawings. So first of all, you guys can see this particular thing. Okay, here's a fair value gap. Now this is an inverted fair value gap. Okay, and this is a fair value gap, right? But most of my liquidities are actually resting above or below. Right now most of my liquidity buy stops are resting above. Okay, let's go on a small time frame. Red color is showing inverted fair value gap, whereas the white color is showing the normal fair value gap. Okay, let's go on 1 hour time frame. Once we see on 1 hour time frame what is happening. So market rally higher, equilibrium, rally higher, equilibrium, rally higher, equilibrium, rally higher, and then equilibrium. And we can see when the market opened, it created a liquidity void. You guys can see that, right? So I want actually the price to come back to this zone. Why? Change in the structure of liquidity. Okay, so I want the price to bounce back from this point. So I want the price to bounce back from this particular point, because at this point the change in structure of delivery happened. Okay, and there is a fair value gap as well in here. Okay, and there's a liquidity void, and we can see the price to move really higher, because similar kinds of movement we should expect from both of the pairs. So buy liquidity is here. Is there any sell side liquidities? See, the market has been rallying with momentum, momentum, then again momentum, then again momentum. Okay, so the higher rally is actually with the momentum. But anyways, let's go on. Let's try to analyze this thing. I want the price to come back to this CISD, or at least near to this somewhere, to create show me some kind of market structure shift or anything. Okay, and also a liquidity void is there. You guys can see that, right? If you go on a small time frame, liquidity void is there. Yes, now you guys can see that. Okay, so there's a liquidity void and the price should always be attracted to this liquidity void. And there's a buy side liquidity, buy side liquidity, buy side liquidity is there. So yes, we can at least anticipate for the market to do something like this. It should come back, create some low, okay, and then should break the market structure back to that zone. It can take out this zone. Okay, this is one of the zones I feel that there should I'll take out my entries from here as well, because I don't know if this particular buy side liquidity is taken or not, because it will try to generate the liquidity for the week, because it's Monday, it will manipulate. Okay, so at least I'll take my profits out from here at this point. Okay, I'll take all of my profits out. Okay, and maybe leave 10% or like 20% of my zones, and then expect it to go higher like this. Got it? That is what I want in GBPUSD. Okay, that is the analysis for the day of GPUSD. Let's see what the DXY, it means the index, is doing. Okay, as I told you that you guys can see this particular white line. Okay, I think I'll draw this white line in third last session. I draw this white line to anticipate that this is how the market should go higher. Okay, so now the market is going higher. Okay, and that market is going lower. Okay, so this is a buy side liquidity which is taken, and now the price is in this some kind of fair value gap. Now because the price is in some kind of fair value gap, the price can push back higher. Once the price is in that fair value gap, and also the price is back to the equilibrium point. Okay, now the price can see a rally back higher. Got it? Okay, so I want some kind of rally back higher for the price. And why? Because there is a big time frame where liquidity void is there. Okay, let me just delete this thing and draw it again. On a bigger time frame, there's a liquidity void, you guys can see. So liquidity void is there. Okay, and also buy stops are resting above this point, so those buy side liquidity and liquidity void should be taken as well. And there's a buy side liquidity is there, so yes, the price should go higher, and try to attract to go higher. Okay, for a long term time, for a long term time, I think that is it for today's session. Okay, you guys can just take a look over this price zone. Okay, this is what should happen. Now the links for the charts are actually will be given in my description box. You guys can check it out about these charts in the description box. And that is it. That's my analysis for the day. Only if it is showing me some proper structure, that is the moment only I will take trade. Otherwise, I will not take any trades. Okay, because I want a proper structure, a proper entry, a high A plus setup thing. Then only I will take the entry. That is it for guys. Take care. See ya. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Keep studying, keep learning, and keep back testing. Bye bye.